Hello, my name is Michael Ingalls with WorldWater Solar Technologies. Today I'm going to demonstrate the SHEPS freshwater water purification system. This is an ultrafiltration based water purifier, and we're going to purify this contaminated freshwater source behind me. Your SHEPS freshwater purification system is shipped in a portable Pelican case. You want to open it up and remove the system and set it on the area you're going to be working. Thank you. This system is a 5-stage filtration process. We start with a spin-down flushable sediment filter in the back, large screen. We go through a 30-micron sediment filter, a 1-micron sediment filter, a carbon filter, and the last stage is 0.005 micron ultrafiltration UF filter. So now we'll go down to our water source and show how the pump is placed and the power connections are done. Here we have a 24-volt DC submersible pump. Now, if you've been following along with the reverse osmosis version, that is a double pump assembly. The freshwater version is a single pump assembly. And that is because this system requires less pressure than the reverse osmosis, so we can use a single pump. This system is submersible. It has a screen to protect the pump against debris coming in from the water source. When you lift the pump, you want to lift it by, this hose is fine, do not lift it by the electrical cable because you'll put strain on the electrical connections and over time you'll cause a short. You want to place this in your water source. Ideally you would want it supported off the bottom. You do not want it sitting in mud. Our bottom here is small gravel, so we're actually going to lay it straight on the gravel. But you want to make sure that this is not sucking in mud because you will shorten the life of your filters. So we'll go ahead and place it in the water. You make sure that your screen is submersed, and then we'll go ahead and follow our power cord up and look at our power sources. Today we're operating the system from a 2 kilowatt generator that puts out 110 AC power. But remember, it's a 24-volt DC pump. So we're actually running through a conversion box to 24-volt DC, and then our pump is connected to the output of the conversion box. We'll go ahead and do our final water connection, and then we'll come back and start this up. This is our inlet hose from our contaminated water source. You connect it to the port marked inlet on your water purifier. And then our purified water will come out of the outlet port. We'll go ahead and connect our outlet hose. And we'll run this hose away to an area where we're going to collect our purified water. Now we'll turn our power source on. Turn our pump on. And it's going to take a while for our filters to, filter canisters to fill with water. But as that is filling our filters, we'll flush the air out of the system and wait until we see water coming out the output. Okay, so we are purifying water with our SHEPS ultrafiltration freshwater water purification unit. Right now we have water flowing through the system. You see purified water coming out of our outlet hose. This system will produce 1,000 gallons a day. And if you look at our inlet pressure, it's very low. We're running at about 10 to 20 psi right now. What you're looking at from a maintenance standpoint is when your inlet pressure increases up to 50 psi or higher, that is telling you, or you see a flow rate decrease, that is telling you that your filters are becoming blocked. And at that point, you would check to see if your sediment filters are clogged. But prior to that, there are 2 flushable filters in this system. So if we come up close, we can look and see these filters. The first filter that you would look at as maintenance flushing is your spin-down sediment filter. And you can see a little bit of sediment building along the bottom of this that's coming from our water source. To flush it out, you take your flush hose, and it's low pressure, so you just need to stick it on. And then you will turn this valve and use the inlet water pressure, and you'll see we scoured out that sediment and it's gone. Once that filter is clean, close this again and it will start to fill up and continue to screen water. The other filter that's flushable is your UF filter. If we come and look over here, this is our UF filter. You can use the same flush hose. Just stick your hose on there, direct your water away, and we'll turn this on and we'll just let the UF filter flush out. Now the UF filter would only need to be done on a daily basis, or if you notice your flow rate really decreasing. But it's not something that needs to happen extremely frequently. Just every day after you're done purifying water and go to put it away, go ahead and flush that filter. And then once it's flushed, close it and you'll see your product water will continue to come out of this hose. A note on maintenance for your SHEPS freshwater purification system is starting with the pump. On a periodic basis, just check to make sure that your pump is still submerged in the water source. This water source that we're looking at today is tidal, and so the level has dropped in the last hour or so, and so we had to reposition the pump further out. You want to make sure that your pump screens in the water are clear of debris. You also want to make sure that your hose is not kinked or doesn't have any abrasion or cuts. And periodically check that your electrical wires also are not kinked or have any abrasion or cuts. And then now we'll walk back up to the machine and just cover some maintenance items on the purifier. On the inlet hose, you have a pre-filter screen, and you would visually check to see if that had debris in it, and as needed, you can unscrew this, clean the screen, and put this back on. From a filter standpoint, you're monitoring your pressure differential between inlet and outlet, and as this climbs towards 50 psi, you would want to check and make sure that your filters are not blinded, and just look for a decreased flow rate during the day. And this capability for this piece of equipment is 1,000 gallons per day. That's in a 24-hour period. Now, once your potable water is produced, you want to add chlorine, so you have some residual disinfection in your stored water. Included with the kit is a chlorine generator. This actually uses common table salt and water and an electrochlorinator to make chlorine that is then added into your stored water. And there are chlorine test strips also included in this kit to allow you to test the chlorine level in your stored water.